Unfortunately, like many of you, I do not have the pleasure of saying that I own this lens just yet. However, I was able to rent this lens prior to doing this review simply because I wanted to make sure that I had an adequate amount of time spent with this lens prior to doing a response and a review video. So let's talk about it. If this is your first time tuning in here on this channel, we talk about film, fashion, and photography, all three things that I love. My name is David Wilson II, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite lenses, the Canon RF 85mm f1.2. Now, if you've watched this channel long enough, you know that I love a good 85mm portrait lens. I mean, heck, I've used the Canon EF 1.8 versions forever, whether it be portraits, corporate shoots, my own stuff, my own branding, whatever it is, that lens has served me well. And you're telling me you're going to give me a 1.2 RF version of this lens? I mean, I was lucky enough when I rented it, I was lucky enough to be able to use this lens, the RF 1.2, in the same exact scenario that I used my EF 1.8. And what's cool about that is I was able to keep the 1.2 lens out longer as the sun went down in this particular venue, simply because of that extra stop of light that you gain from that 1.2 aperture. So it's just nice to be able to have the versatility in the low light capabilities of this lens, especially if you have a really good low light camera along with a 1.2 lens. You really can't go wrong. So if you're considering this lens for portraits or any type of corporate or whatever it is that you shoot and you need it for low light scenarios, I would say add this to your bucket list for sure. Now, in regards to the portrait side for this particular lens, once again, I was blown away. Similar to my 50mm f1.2, Canon is doing something different over there when it comes to the bokeh and the compression that they're putting into their lenses. I don't know what type of glass or what technology that they're using, even though it is overly digitized and a lot of the cameras and a lot of the lenses are making everything really sharp. So I did have to refine some of my photos to make it more softer. And I tend to add a lot more grain in my photos because I just don't like really sharp digital looking photos. But at the same time, if you want sharp blur, bokeh, everything that you think about when it comes to photography and video work, this is it. When I shoot video and when I shoot photos, I'm always looking for the most compression that I can get, especially on the video side. When I shoot, my favorite two lenses to use are the 50 and the 85, especially when I'm doing an interview. So for me to have two oh boy, if I can have two cameras, one is a 50, one is an 85, and they both do that 1.2 aperture, everything stays in focus with my C70, man, your boy can dream. I think the last thing that I want to touch on is just the overall price. Yes, this does have a 1.2 aperture, customizable ring on the front. You can set it to ISO, aperture, shutter speed, whatever it is that helps your workflow. You have low light capabilities. All of that is well and great images. But $2,800 for this lens, I just think is a little bit overpriced. Matter of fact, I think all the RF lenses are slightly overpriced. So for me, if I was a person who was thinking about it, I would wait until the end of the year sale, the beginning of the year sale. Canon always does a sale, $200 to $300 to all of their products. Or I would wait till next year until Black Friday. I saw this lens as low as $2,200, $2,300, and I think that was a perfect price point for anybody to purchase it then. And if not, I would say go with the 1.8 RF 85mm for like $400 to $500. You still get great images. I've never used that lens before, but I know that 1.8 aperture is going to help a lot of people get the desired look that they're looking for. So if that's you, hopefully that helped. That does it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment, like. I want to know what you guys thought about this video. Let me know what kind of lenses you guys are using, and I'll see you guys in the next one. My name is David Wilson II, and as always, start your day with giving because way too many people take. SWNUP.